Hey everyone, I'm Sami Womack from A Sunny Side Up Life, and this week I am going to show you how to reconcile your spending budget in just a few minutes. I don't know exactly how many minutes it's going to be, probably like under 10. Let's go with under 10. It's going to be fast. If you are anything like me during this whole coronavirus quarantine, life is weird right now thing, my spending has got a little out of control. I'm just going to be really honest with you. You're about to see my numbers in just a minute anyway. Judge me if you want. Another thing that I have not been doing very well is tracking my spending as I go. And I highly recommend, especially if you are brand new to budgeting, to check in with your spending every single day for the first couple of months. Then after you kind of build that habit, you get a little better at it, you can go to checking in a couple of times a week. If you get really lazy like me every once in a while and you go a week, maybe more than a week, don't do that. But if you do that, this is how I very quickly reconciled almost a whole month's worth of spending in just a few minutes. You're going to see me using my worksheet, my budgeting worksheets, which is called the Digital Budgeting System. It is a product of mine that I will link in the description. If you're not familiar, you can get the whole set for yourself for 20 bucks. And it's a one-time purchase, so you can use it forever. And there are so many amazing features on it, lots of automation, doing lots of totals for you. You'll see in a minute. It's awesome. And before we jump over into screen share mode, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment below of what you thought of this video and what you want to see in future videos. All right, let's jump into screen share mode. Okay, here we are inside my online banking. I'm going to click download transactions, and this is going to give me a spreadsheet. You can select which account you want. You could do them all at the same time if you want, and it's going to give you these drop down options. So I'm going to select the custom time frame here, and you can see I'm going to pick April 30th through May 27th to get my current budget period. All right, I'm going to download, and you can see it is downloading the little form down in the bottom of the corner. You can use it in Excel, or if you're like me and you use Google Sheets, you can quickly import it into your Google Sheets. Go to Upload, select your file, and select the transaction. I don't know why it calls it transaction, but here we are. Okay, and then this part, you're going to make sure to insert new sheet, import data, and see it's going to pop up as a new tab here on the bottom inside of my already set up budget worksheet. It's going to give you all kinds of columns right here. This is how mine pops up. Yours might look slightly different depending on what bank you use, but it should be somewhat the same. You can go in real quick and delete the columns that you don't need, and then it'll give you the information that you actually need here, the date, the description, and the amount. So mine put the credit and debit in a separate column, so I don't want that. I want them to be in the exact same column because that's how I have my budget worksheet set up. Again, yours might be set up slightly different, but you see me deleting that row to put them like all in the same row. Okay, so now I'm going to pull up and copy and paste everything except for the titles, of course, copy. And then I'm going to go over to my regular budget worksheet for the current budget period. And I'm going to go down here, and if you have a pre-formulated worksheet like mine, you want to paste value only so you don't mess up any of the formatting. So I've pasted it in here. Another thing you can do is if you don't feel like downloading the spreadsheet, you can go and just simply copy and paste straight from your online banking. It is a little bit messier, but it can definitely be done. Maybe your bank doesn't put it in this like wonky order. That would be more ideal. But you could definitely just go back and kind of clean it up and then continue down your list. If you have a lot of items, this is going to take a while. But like on this transaction, you just have like 5 or 6 items. It's not going to take very long at all. You could go and just add a new sheet real quick, paste value only, and you could just simply move everything around. You could insert a column and you can pull the description over and you could do it like that. And then you can go and copy and paste like I did with the downloaded spreadsheet. Or My favorite, what I usually do when I don't get super behind, is I just simply do this split screen and I just type so I don't have to keep clicking back and forth between different tabs, and it makes it super fast. And now you can see that everything is a negative amount. And in my worksheets, I like to have everything as a positive amount because I'm going to have positive totals for how much I've spent. Go to edit, find and replace. We're going to find everything with a negative $sign, and we're going to replace it with just a $sign. And we have our highlighted specific range, which is what we want. We're going to find them all, replace them all, and click done. Now everything is instantly turned to a positive number, so you don't have to go through and do all of that manually. Here you can see that I had a Venmo cash out, which meant that basically my mom paid me $30 for pizza that I ordered, and I want to show that as negative 30 in my restaurant budget because I paid for the pizza, but she paid me back $30 of it, so that's where I'd want a negative amount. Then we know that we've only selected transactions from our spending account, okay? So everything in the category here is going to be spending. So we can copy and paste. When you select spending as the account, it will pop up the specific spending categories that you have pre-selected. And then I can go through really quick and choose what kind of transaction it was. Fuel, restaurants, etc., etc. Also, if you are like me, I'll have multiple charges from the same place, things like PayPal, Venmo, Amazon, Walmart, and I might not be able to remember what exactly it was or what category it belongs into. Especially when you go back and you do this a month behind. Again, not ideal. So I'll pull up PayPal and I'll pull up my budget worksheets in two separate windows, and then I can go and find the transaction and I'll know what that is, and I can put myself a little note next to the PayPal transaction, and I can remember that that needs to come out of our extras category. I can go in and do this for all of those types of transactions. And then you can see where the totals will pop back up here, like groceries, how much we spend in groceries, how much we spend in fuel, how much we spend in extras, and it'll do the math for you. You can see that I simply just put a blanket amount of $1,500 for our spending account because, again, I was being super lazy this past budget period and I didn't really feel like going in and doing the specific breakdowns for every single category. Again, that's not ideal to do, but if you do it, it's not going to be the end of the world. The most important thing here is that you're keeping up with the amounts and you're keeping up with how much you have remaining in your spending account. But if you're going to be a good budgeter and do it the correct way, you can go in here and actually allocate, $800 for groceries, $150 for fuel, etc., and go all the way down and actually plan your budget ahead the correct way. That's what's recommended. And whenever you are done with copy and pasting and using all the information from that imported spreadsheet, you can just go and simply delete the whole entire tab because you don't need those hanging on there. All right, so let's click over real quick to the summary page in my digital budgeting system. We can scroll down and we can see our spending totals get automatically updated over here. We have an estimated for the whole year and an actual amount for the whole entire year, and it's super, super handy. Okay, that's it, you guys. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment below, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye, guys.